Welcome to News Desk on Celebration TV. I am Comfort James.
And I'm Femima.
And the news making the rounds. Please stay with us as we bring you details. Watch robust, objective, analytical, informative, educative, entertaining and inspiring news on Celebration TV News Desk. Every weekday, 11 a.m. GMT plus 1, that is 11 a.m. GMT plus 1 on Mondays through Fridays.
You are welcome to Sports Corner. I am Ivan Agafe.
Celebration TV News Desk, the whole truth.
Welcome to News Desk on Celebration TV. I am Comfort James.
And I'm Femima.
And the news making the rounds. Please stay with us as we bring you details. Watch robust, objective, analytical, informative, educative, entertaining and inspiring news on Celebration TV News Desk. Every weekday, 11 a.m. GMT plus 1, that is 11 a.m. GMT plus 1 on Mondays through Fridays.
You are welcome to Sports Corner. I am Ivan Agafe.
Celebration TV News Desk, the whole truth. To 15.7 trillion naira at the end of December 2019.
Senior Democrats have responded by accusing him of committing a gross offense.
The All Progressives Congress has vowed to punish the Ogun State Governor, Ibikule Amosu.
Hello, welcome to Celebration Television News Desk. I am Nicholas Akosle Ward. Quickly, we wanted to take a look at the news making the headlines. 31 COVID-19 patients discharged in Lagos State, Nigeria. In Eritrea, virus combat measures dominate 29th Independence Address. U.S. suspends travel from Brazil for foreigners. Less than 30% of fuel depots operating, says that man. I almost quit Baka, says Messi. Please stay with us as we bring you details of the news after this short break. All right, thanks for joining us once again. Quickly, now the news in details. No fewer than 31 COVID-19 patients have been discharged from the various isolation centers in Lagos State. The Lagos State Ministry of Health in a statement said among them were 12 females and 19 males, all Nigerians. The ministry noted that they had all been reunited with the society. The patient, 13 from Onika, 11 from Bagada, 5 from Agidigbi, 1 from Infectious Disease Hospital, Yaba, and 1 from Lagos University Teaching Hospital Isolation Centers were discharged, having fully recovered and tested negative for COVID-19. With this, the number of COVID-19 cases successfully managed and discharged in Lagos State has risen to 738. And moving forward, Southwest States workout plan on Amotekun collaboration. The Attorney General of the 6 states of the Southwest have begun moves to strengthen collaboration among the Amotekun security networks and states in the zone. Ekiti State Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Mr. Olawale Fakbohunda, said the AGs who would henceforth operate under the aegis of Southwest States of Nigeria Forum had also set up a committee on the harmonization and uniformity of laws in the zone. Fakbohunda, in a statement on the outcome of the visual meeting of the Southwest AG, said the chief law officers deliberated on a number of issues affecting the administration of justice in their states including the impact of COVID-19 pandemic on the criminal justice system. The Ekiti AG, who facilitated the meeting, stated that the 6 AGs agreed to work towards collaboration, sharing of information and expertise on the implementation of the legal and institutional framework of their multi-security network agencies. The AGs discussed the modalities for the harmonization and uniformity of the laws of Southwest states and agreed to establish a committee on the unification of laws of Southwest states. He said the harmonization will be specifically in areas of criminal laws and commercial laws, and broadly in enacting legislation that affects the socio-economic development of the 6 Southwest states. Fakbonda said the AGs discussed the effect of the COVID-19 pandemic on the administration of justice in the 6 Southwest states, specifically as is related to the criminal justice system. And on another stories, we have anti-tax agency in Cross River States to prosecute illegal tax collectors. The chairman of the newly inaugurated anti-tax agency in Cross River State, Bishop Ima Isang, has vowed to prosecute those who breach the law that exempts some categories of people from paying taxes. He gave the warning in Calabar while reacting to reports that tax agents and consultants were still collecting levies from tax operators and other exempted persons. He said it came to their notice that in spite of Governor Ben Ayade's directives to end illegal taxation in Cross River States, some proscribed agencies, unions, local government area revenue staffs, individuals and tax consultants have taken it upon themselves to continually extort innocent citizens. He warned that henceforth anybody caught in the illegal business will be handed over to law enforcement agencies, officers for immediate prosecution. And coming from around Africa, we have in Eritrea, virus combat measures dominate 2019 Independence Address. Eritrea is celebrating its 29th independence anniversary on the same day that the Muslim faithful are observing the post-Ramadan Eid festivities. President Isaias Afwerki delivered a national address in which he touched on a myriad of issues from COVID-19 to the struggle of independence and the journey ahead in terms of nation building. He said the people must realize that they are grappling with a complex situation. The misery of the pandemic, which does not know borders or the limiting parameters, cannot be deciphered and conclusively inferred on the basis of brief observation. Amongst others, consolidating and enhancing the long-term capabilities and strategies of prevention, develop a mechanism for testing that initially starts with a sample and baseline data, but whose scope will ultimately be extended to cover our citizens inside the country as well as abroad, and that will include periodic monitoring. He also mentioned enforcing strict modalities of control for the movement of people, normative or irregular, to and from the country, and better equipping existing health facilities and manpower resources. Still from around Africa, we have quickly, too early to reopen schools in South Africa, says Teachers Union. The South African government is facing criticism over its plans to reopen schools. Learning centers are to be opened when the country eases its lockdown from a level 4 to level 3 of a 5-level system at the end of May. The country's major teachers union describes the plan as an irrational and arbitrary, one-size-fits-all approach, according to local media. The National Association of Parents in School Governance has expressed concerns that reopening schools will put the lives of pupils, teachers, and their families in danger of infection. They accuse the Education Minister of not considering geographic, economic, and historic differences. The association has filed a court application to oppose the lockdown regulations. South Africa has over 20,000 confirmed COVID-19 cases after over 540,000 tests. We'll go on a very short break. When we'll come back, we'll bring you updates from the United States as U.S. suspends travel from Brazil for foreigners. Stay with us.
Welcome to News Desk on Celebration TV. I am Comfort James.
And I'm Femi.
And the news making the rounds. Please stay with us as we bring you details. Watch robust, objective, analytical, informative, educative, entertaining and inspiring news on Celebration TV News Desk. Every weekday, 11 a.m. GMT plus 1, that is 11 a.m. GMT plus 1 on Mondays through Fridays.
You are welcome to Sports Corner. I am Ivan Agafe.
Celebration TV News Desk, the whole truth.
Coronavirus is an infectious disease, one which can be spread from person to person.
However, you can protect yourself, the people around you, and help prevent spreading the virus to others if only you
wash your hands regularly for 20 seconds with soap and water or an alcoholic-based hand rub or sanitizer.
Clean and disinfect surfaces. Cover your nose and mouth with a disposable tissue or flex elbow when you cough or sneeze.
Practice social distancing. Avoid close contact, that is 1 meter or 3 feet, with people who are unwell.
Stay home and self-isolate from others in the household if you feel unwell.
Don't touch your eyes, nose or mouth with your hands, whether clean or not.
You only need to stay in the comfort of your home.
As Celebration TV brings to you life-transforming,
destiny-empowering
and spirit-uplifted programs for your viewing pleasure.
Together we can save lives and cut down the spread of coronavirus.
This message is brought to you by Celebration TV, revealing Jesus, releasing destinies.
Welcome to News Desk on Celebration TV. I am Comfort James.
And I'm Femi.
And the news making the rounds. Please stay with us as we bring you details. Watch robust, objective, analytical, informative, educative, entertaining and inspiring news on Celebration TV News Desk. Every weekday, 11 a.m. GMT plus 1, that is 11 a.m. GMT plus 1 on Mondays through Fridays.
You are welcome to Sports Corner. I am Ivan Agafe.
Celebration TV News Desk, the whole truth.
Welcome to News Desk on Celebration TV. I am Comfort James.
And I'm Femi.
And the news making the rounds. Please stay with us as we bring you details. Watch robust, objective, analytical, informative, educative, entertaining and inspiring news on Celebration TV News Desk. Every weekday, 11 a.m. GMT plus 1, that is 11 a.m. GMT plus 1 on Mondays through Fridays.
You are welcome to Sports Corner. I am Ivan Agafe.
Celebration TV News Desk, the whole truth.
All right, thanks for joining us once again. Now we'll bring you updates from the United States. U.S. suspend travel from Brazil for foreigners. The U.S. has imposed travel restrictions on foreign nationals who have been to Brazil in the last 14 days. The South American nation recently became the world's second major hotspot for coronavirus cases. Brazil has recorded more than 360,000 cases, the country's health ministry announced, while over 22,000 people have died with the virus. A White House spokeswoman said the restrictions will help ensure new cases are not brought into the U.S. Today's action will help ensure foreign nationals who have been in Brazil do not become a source of additional infections in our country, White House Press Secretary Kayleigh McEnany says in a statement. Non-Americans who have been in Brazil in the 2 weeks before the request entry to the U.S. will be denied that entry. The restriction will not affect trade between the two countries. The travel ban will not apply to U.S. citizens or to their spouse, parents, legal guardian, or child of a U.S. citizen or lawful permanent residents and most siblings under the age of 21. U.S. President Donald Trump suggested earlier this week that he was considering imposing a ban on travel from Brazil. The U.S. currently leads the world in coronavirus cases. It has over 1.6 million known cases and is nearing 100,000 deaths linked to the virus. And more updates from the UK. Cummins row overshadows plans to lift lockdown. The cabinet is to meet later to discuss the further easing of the coronavirus lockdown as Boris Johnson continues to be engulfed by claims his senior aide Dominic Cummins breached the rules. The Prime Minister is this week expected to set out details of plans to lift restrictions, but some Tory backbench member of Parliament says the row has undermined the government's message and wants Mr. Cummins to resign. Mr. Johnson has defended his aide, who had travelled from London to Durham. Speaking at Downing Street briefing, the Prime Minister said he believed Mr. Cummins had no alternative but to make the journey at the end of March for childcare when both he and his wife were about to be incapacitated by the coronavirus. At the press conference, Mr. Johnson also confirmed the phased reopening of England's primary schools will begin on the 1st of June. The plans to be outlined by the government will reportedly include information about the reopening of some non-essential shops in June. And quickly we'll take a look at business news. Less than 30% of fuel depots operating, says DAPMan. Most fuel depot operators have been forced out of business as the Nigerian National Petroleum Company emerged the sole supply of imported fuel in recent years, the Depot and Petroleum Products Market Association of Nigeria has said. The chairman, DAPMan, and Managing Director, Chief Executive Officer, Northwest Petroleum and Gas Company Limited, Mrs. Winifred Akmani, said less than 30% of the operators were still in business. Akbani, who spoke during the Nigerian Petroleum Downstream Consultative Summit held online, said a lot of them are in one problem or the other with banks and the Asset Management Corporation of Nigeria. According to Akmani, on the average, a depot costs between 3 billion naira to 5 billion naira. She said some operators who were able to make subsequent investments into retail, haulage, marine vessels and pipelines, among others, had been able to continue to operate. According to her, deregulation is complete removal of government regulations or control, especially with regards to pricing of products. And still on business news, Central Bank of Nigeria and others donate medical equipment to Kogi State of Nigeria. The private sector-led coalition against COVID-19 said it had donated health equipment worth millions of naira to a new isolation center established in Lokoja by the Kogi State government. Kakovaid said the donation of the equipment was a joint initiative between the Central Bank of Nigeria and the leadership of other private sector groups in the country. He said in a statement that the presentation of equipment was done by a representative, Mr. Tony Idowu, alongside the inauguration of the new isolation center by the state government. Idowu explained that the gesture was aimed at joining hands with the federal and state governments to rid the country of the coronavirus pandemic. Meanwhile, the United Bank for Africa PLC announced that the President of Senegal, Macky Sall, the President of Liberia, George Weah, and U.S. Senator Chris Coons would form part of a high-level leadership panel to discuss Africa's economic recovery in the 2020 edition of UBA's Africa Conversation. The bank said the discussion, which will be held online today, will be moderated by its chairman and founder of the Tony Elumelu Foundation, Mr. Tony Elumelu. According to a statement issued by the bank, the second edition of the symposium organized annually by UBA is in celebration of Africa Day. Quickly, we'll observe a very short break. When we come back, we'll bring you news from the sporting world. Stay with us.
Welcome to News Desk on Celebration TV. I am Comfort James.
And I'm Femi Marks.
And the news making the rounds.
Please stay with us as we bring you details. Watch robust, objective, analytical, informative, educative, entertaining and inspiring news on Celebration TV News Desk. Every weekday, 11 a.m. GMT plus 1. That is 11 a.m. GMT plus 1 on Mondays through Fridays.
You are welcome to Sports Corner. I am Ivan Agafe.
Celebration TV News Desk. The whole truth.
Welcome to News Desk.
Coronavirus is an infectious disease, one which can be spread from person to person.
However, you can protect yourself, the people around you, and help prevent spreading the virus to others if only you
Wash your hands regularly for 20 seconds with soap and water or an alcoholic-based hand rub or sanitizer.
Clean and disinfect surfaces. Cover your nose and mouth with a disposable tissue or flex elbow when you cough or sneeze.
Practice social distancing. Avoid close contact, that is 1 meter or 3 feet, with people who are unwell.
stay home and self-isolate from others in the household if you feel unwell.
Don't touch your eyes, nose or mouth with your hands, whether clean or not.
You only need to stay in the comfort of your home.
As Celebration TV brings to you life-transforming,
Destiny empowering.
And spirit uplifted programs for your viewing pleasure.
Together we can save lives and cut down the spread of coronavirus.
This message is brought to you by Celebration TV, revealing Jesus, releasing destinies.
Welcome to News Desk on Celebration TV. I am Comfort James.
And I'm Femi Marks.
and the news making the rounds.
Please stay with us as we bring you details. Watch robust, objective, analytical, informative, educative, entertaining and inspiring news on Celebration TV News Desk. Every weekday, 11 a.m. GMT plus 1. That is 11 a.m. GMT plus 1 on Mondays through Fridays.
You are welcome to Sports Corner. I am Ivan Agafe.
Celebration TV News Desk. The whole truth.
And you're welcome to Sports News. I almost quit Barca, says Messi. Lionel Messi has revealed how he wanted to leave Barcelona in 2016 due to the scrutiny on him amid a tax row with the Spanish government. Messi is the finest player in La Liga, and league chief Javier Tebas has previously admitted he was left scared at the idea the Argentine could leave. Speaking on radio, Messi explained how, along with his father George, he felt he was being mistreated. The pair were found guilty of tax fraud and handed a 21-month suspended prison sentence. The case found that Messi, along with George, was guilty of defrauding the Spanish government of 4.1 million euro between 2007 and 2009. A ruling found them guilty of using tax havens in Belize and Uruguay to conceal earnings from image rights, leading Messi to contemplate his footballing future in the country. Messi subsequently appealed the verdict in 2017 and is rejected by Spain's Supreme Court. Instead, it was changed to a £223,000 fine. Jog's sentence was also reduced from a 15-month sentence to €180,000 fine. So in another sports news, we have Saka to sign new Arsenal contract. Arsenal's talent Bukayo Saka looks set for a significant pay rise in a new contract despite the club seeking wage cut among their squad due to the coronavirus outbreak. After a standoff between the board and players, Arsenal are now set to agree a plan for players to take 12.5% pay cut due to lost revenue from the disruption caused by the pandemic. Despite these agreements being made, 18-year-old Saka, who has enjoyed an impressive breakout season at the Emirates, will earn significantly more than his current £5,000 a week wages when the new deal is signed. The London-born winger, who has also impressed at left back this season, has been a positive part of a challenging season for the Gunners and looks set to extend his deal that was due to expire in June 2021 in a deal that was believed to be in the works before the coronavirus. Saka's emergence has attracted interest from the likes of Manchester United, but manager Mikel Arteta has remained confident of securing the youngster's long-term future. And that has brought us to the end of the news on Celebration Television News Desk. And in case you're just joining us, here's the recap of the news headlines. 31 COVID-19 patients discharged in Lagos State of Nigeria. In Eritrea, virus combat measures dominate 2019 Independence Address. U.S. suspend travel from Brazil for foreigners. Less than 30% of fuel depot operating, says Dabman. I almost quit Baka, says Messi. Quickly, we have a quote for the day that states that the greatest prison people live in is the fear of what other people think. What do you think? And what do you think people are thinking of you? Do you really care about what they think about you? Do you easily get distracted by what people say about you? Come on. It's time to focus on your life and forge ahead. You can as well drop your comment on our social media platforms. On Facebook, we have Celebration TV, Instagram, My Celebration TV, Twitter at My Celebration TV, YouTube, Celebration TV. Remember that the continuous transformation of our society is a collective responsibility of all. No matter the office you hold as a nation's president, a thought leader, an opinion molder, a character builder, a professional, or as a person pursuing passion, you have a duty to give your all to making the society a better place for us and the generations to come. It's time for us all to play our part and do it with all diligence. Thanks once again for staying with us, and I remain Nicholas Akosele Walter. Happy Salah to all our people all over the world. To 15.7 trillion naira at the end of December 2018.
Senior Democrats have responded by accusing him of committing a gross offence.
The All Progressives Congress has vowed to punish the Ogun State Governor, Ibikunle Amosun.